Look at all the logs. That's been happening out here. Mowing off the hillsides like there's no end to trees. I'll be covering that. Some of the things that people don't know, logging companies are pretty tricky, and they do have a right to make a business, and everybody needs a house and so on. But hey, you can do it better. That'll be another little segment that I'll put out there. See what's been happening in the foothills of Alberta. I don't think a lot of people are aware. We'll cross that bridge when it comes, though. Have to get this in. See if I can get a little closer, be a little steady. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. A lot of deer in this country. Pretty much herded up this time of year. Rut season's over. Oh, look at you guys sitting up there on the top. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 whitetails it looks like. We do live in the land of plenty out here. Who knows, maybe we'll see some elk when I get further down the road towards the mountains. Hi guys. I'm pretty sure that they all are wishing that spring would come too fairly soon. Anyway, we'll catch up with the guys in a little while. Couldn't resist, there's more. See if I can get in a little closer. Hopefully it's not too grainy. Just using my cell phone. Back out a little bit. No bucks though. Looks like they're all does. It's either that or last cold snap. They're starting to shed their horns, but as far as the mule deer go, at least around my house, they all still have their horns. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. Little spectacles along the side of the road on my Sunday afternoon journey. Catch you in a bit. Look at all the mule deer. Didn't have to go far. Just pull over and see if I can see any bucks. Let's get that zoomed in here. Yeah, looks like they're all does. Unless the bucks are hiding out in the bush there. So we saw whitetails just a little while ago, and you can make them out. There's a few along that brush line right there. Wonderful country. But I'm heading back into there. Can't see the mountains today. Overcast, and definitely got a fresh batch of snow. But seems like everybody's hungry, out and about. See if we can get in on them a little bit more with this zoom. And all I see is big ears. Anyway, back on the road. Pretty snowy out here today. A little further down the road. Usually this would be a spectacular sight, but we're all fogged in. Warming and cooling trends. One of a handful of places in the world that actually get what is called a weather phenomenon that we call Chinooks here. According to the native language, that means the snow eater, or the spirit of the snow eater. Anyways, it's a good break from minus 20, minus 30 Celsius at the best of times. Plays a little havoc with people's sinuses, and the barometric pressure goes up and down like crazy, but certainly do enjoy the break from the cold. Anyway, just traveling through the foothills, going into Kananaskis country soon. Catch up to you soon. Join Kananaskis country now. Looks like we're getting a little bit of break in the weather. Sun's trying to poke its head out. Maybe give me some nice scenery shots. Truly is majestic around here. And if you didn't happen to catch that sign, oh, there's some deer feeding up on the hillside. Looks like whitetails. Beautiful alt country. But here we've got a 365 meter game reserve on either side of the road. And regulations for hunting is that you must have your trigger lock on and get beyond the 365 meter mark, so that it's just, I don't know, maybe too easy. Maybe it's a corridor where everything comes down to the Highwood River, which is down in the valley here beside me, to get water and such like. But beautiful country, huntable. Lots of elk, lots of moose, lots of sheep, a few Rocky Mountain goats kicking around here, and yeah, basically my backyard. I think I've been on the road for about maybe 20 minutes or just about 30 minutes now. But spent most of my childhood out here, and I certainly wouldn't trade this place for anything in the world. Just love it. Anyway, I'll see if I can find some more animals to get some close-ups on if I can. Catch up to you in a bit. Hello, ladies. Well, here we go. Just at the end of the road here. Now they've got a barrier on the Kananaskis Highway because they like to shut it down for breeding purposes and for all these beautiful animals to have their babies in peace. And they transition through this corridor. I think the other end of this is where the Peter Lougheed Park is. And there's some gates there. Winter closure. It's closed for about 6 months or so, and just gives everybody a break. Although it's not access restricted. And there's the Highwood house. Beautiful place to go hiking, biking, especially in the springtime. When the snow comes off, you can take your mountain bike and go down to the west here. But usually up on these ridges here, not only is there whitetail and mule deer, but there's bear, moose, sheep, elk. Truly world class. Just gonna go down the road here a little bit further and try to get a back view from up on the hill so you can see what I can see. So I just went up the road a little bit. If it was to head south from here, it would be Cataract Creek, Livingston Range, but this is the Highwood corridor. Beautiful, majestic mountains. You can just see that mountain peak peeking out of the clouds way in the back. A beautiful elk country. And man, you gotta hike. Can't be lazy about this place. Especially with the competition of all the other people that love to come out here. Enthusiasts for hiking, biking, all that kind of thing. And then when hunting season rolls around, they're still all out here. But then there's the hunters, like myself. I'll just see if I can't get a little peek at the ridges. Deceptively steep though. You definitely need good footing and be prepared for weather. Along these corridors, it's usually where a lot of the weather comes in from BC and follows these corridors. The other one would be like the Bow River and up along the Ram River north and the Ghost River and so on. All these main corridors where the drainage comes out of the mountains into the foothills, that's typically tends to be where the winds and the weather like to travel. But yeah, how do you like that? I don't know exactly what the elevation of some of these peaks are here, but the air gets pretty thin once you get up into the top. So you definitely have to be in shape and have a good set of legs and refine your pack to be appropriate for this country. You never know what you might run into as far as weather, animals, conditions. Always love to have a second person along just to give you a helping hand, but backcountry rules apply. You witness somebody in distress, you don't go by them out here. You make sure that they're okay. Could have vehicle problems, could have children with them. And there is no cell phone reception. Not yet anyway. Kind of grateful for that too. You know, things get too easy for people, they get lazy. So, best to be as self-sufficient as possible. Plan your routes. Make sure people know where you are at home. So if you don't show up at the appropriate time, hey, they'll come looking for you and have a half a decent chance of finding you too. So this is the beginning of my journey this year. I hope to share a lot. I hope you guys can learn a lot. And once again, hey, it's my first time. I think I'm okay with handling speaking. I can't get over the fact of how I look when I'm taping myself, but that's okay. Goofy as I may be, I'm gonna do it anyway, and I hope you guys enjoy. Stick with me. It's going to be a journey. And this was just a short journey out to see what's going on today. Keep my feelers on with the land and keep in tune with my senses and with the conditions and the movement of the animals, and see how things coming along. Hope you enjoyed. We'll catch y'all later on down the road.